Previously on the Death Saving Bros podcast. None of you have ever had any reason to come down to the basement before, but once you get down there, you see the mouth of a giant furnace. And then there is this giant canister behind the lit furnace in the center of the room. You immediately recognize that this is a super high-tech surge.
I'm just going to put my hands on my hips and be like, yep.
Yeah, well.
Yep.
Can we go, check the breaker box is kind of what we're doing, right? Just seeing if, we can fix whatever's wrong?
You're not really sure how to fix it.
Obviously there's something wrong, and this is controlling the magical items upstairs. It's going to take me some time.
Need me to open this door here on this?
There are a bunch of glass canisters set into little nooks.
I'm going to take out 2 canisters. Hey, do you know what these are then?
In one canister, there is a feather, and in the other canister is a scale. When you start shaking the canister with the feather, it crumbles into dust.
So we learned our lesson about shaking vials.
To not to.
Dixon, you see the gleam of a green eye behind the furnace.
I want to dash at it.
You are suddenly upon the Nothic, and it cowers before you. What do you want? And it is going to try and rot you with its gaze.
Rot me with his gaze.
And it's going to start scaling up into the ceiling.
And I'm going to use a level 1 spell to use Entangle.
Then I would like to shoot him.
I am not the one you're looking for.
Who are we looking for then? Do you know what's going on?
Follow the pipes.
I'd still like to
Murder him?
attack this dude because he tried to melt my brain.
The Nothic is going to leap, and it's going to scrabble away into the dark. And right at that moment, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs that lead up to the Arcthanium. Welcome to another episode of the Death Saving Bros podcast. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Camper. With me today, I have Ben Runfro.
Sorry. You know what? I would say that I'm at a full mast to be here tonight, but with the Browns losing, it brings it down to a half mast.
That's good to know. Brad Richards.
But I must ask you a question, because that thing is a fucking atrocious.
Dude, I think it looks decent.
Who told you that?
Nobody yet, but
Well, then you
I'm
don't
waiting.
listen enough.
Matt Smith.
What do you call a small green monster with a pointed nose and ears who really likes corn? A cob goblin.
Boo. Damn it.
Oh my god.
And Brad Renfro.
I really like corn.
It's corn.
It's got the juice.
I hope that trend dies so quickly.
It should.
It's been around for 2 weeks too long.
What?
The corn trend.
The corn boy?
I love corn.
Oh yeah, Brad doesn't use social media, so he
boy.
probably hasn't been
Our
abused
social
by this.
media guy doesn't use social media.
He's only the Reddit guy. It's not on Reddit.
No.
Well, yeah, it's a little kid who
Loves corn.
was interviewed, and he said he really liked corn, kind of like the guy who said, I like
I like
turtles. But
turtles,
then they
right.
took it and they made it into a song.
He tried it with butter, and then everything changed.
I'll show you later. I'll send you the links.
I'm not gonna open it.
I'll send you multiple links.
I'm gonna see that it says full episode. I'm not gonna take the 5 minutes out of my day to watch something that my friend took time to look for and then send me.
Oh, I know. I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna try to be better. I told you that. I will.
I don't know how you can try to be better if you don't get anything else sent to you.
I tried D&D with butter, and then everything changed.
Ew. What?
Like
Wait, what are you doing with the butter?
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend that. But I definitely recommend listening to our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast, which is what we are.
Stop.
That was terrible and convoluted, and I didn't like it, but we're going to roll with it and get rolling on this episode.
I feel like you just put a corn cob up my ass.
Yeah. What are the corn holders called? Do they got like a...
Corn forks?
Are they called corn forks?
That's what I called them.
Is there
Or
like an
skewers.
actual... Is there like
They're
an
probably just
actual
skewers.
name
They're just
for 'em?
corn cob holders.
Oh, that's not fun.
Corn cobblers. Oh my god.
No, there's a better name for him.
I'll cobble your
Corn.
corn.
Well, regardless,
Gobble my corn.
that transition felt like a corn fork being put into my pee-pee hole.
What I said was logical. What you said was just wrong.
No, that caused me physical pain, what Paul said.
Yeah, so did him shoving a corn cob up my ass with no butter because that kid used it all. What's up?
Anywho, so last time on the Death Saving Bros podcast, our students / would-be adventurers went down into the basement of the Arcshine in order to investigate a failure of the magical power that supplies the entire Arcshine. When they got down into the basement, they saw a bunch of furnaces, and they found a massive metal canister which housed thousands of vials filled with magical elements like phoenix feathers or dragon scales, and when Milo shook one of them, it disintegrated. So it would seem that the components in the giant surge in the basement are failing. And as our students were looking at it, trying to figure out if there was anything that they could do to fix it, they realized that they were being watched by a Nothic. A Nothic is this...
Dried up wizard.
Yes, thank you.
Magical dope fiend.
A wizard that wound up getting corrupted by magic and then is drawn to nodules of power. And the Nothic told them that it wasn't the source of the failing magic, but that they should follow the pipes. And then it disappeared up into the recesses of the basement ceiling. And as they were looking for the Nothic, trying to follow it, trying to get it down, they heard footsteps coming down the stairs behind them. And that is where we are going to pick up right now. So, you four, Manny, the Loxodon, Dixon, the Topaz Dragonborn, Milo, the Kender, and Thad, the Wall, the Turtle. You all turn around as you hear footsteps coming down the stairwell, and you see a pair of legs, and then suddenly revealed
Get
to
an
you...
erection.
No, suddenly revealed to you is Professor Kane, the artificing professor, who wears steampunk clothing, so he's got a big billowing jacket, and he has a band around his forehead with a telescoping monocle, and he says, "Manny, what are you and your fellow classmates doing down here?"
Trying to fix the surge in the basement here that controls the magic upstairs,
Oh,
to simply put it.
well, that's very clever of you. You knew right away that there was something wrong with the surge. Well done.
Yeah.
You know what?
I guess
Extra points to you,
Oh, great. Yeah.
Gryffindor.
and that counts as inspiration.
Gryffindor.
Already top in the class. I'll
Nerd.
take the extra points to keep that lead there. But actually, Professor, what we seem to run into is it appears that apparently nobody knows how to fix the surge down here. Is what the guy upstairs told us. Kyrasta said that there's nobody who really knows how to maintain it around the university, but was hoping that
No, that's not right. I'm the one who knows how to fix it. Myself and the other professors of House Chromathar.
Cool, fix it.
Kyrasta is a druggie. He doesn't know what's going on.
that actually explains a lot. But
He works in your school?
yeah, you guys just let druggies run the commissary? Interesting.
Well, it's only weed, so I suppose he's just high.
Well, that's a very progressive standpoint.
So in
this
this
is not a hotel.
in this world too, if you smoke weed or sell weed, you're considered a druggie, even in the good old world of Ralvaria, huh? Interesting. Anyways, But yeah, Professor, so what I was thinking is, we were around, we took a look at it. I was hoping, it's actually a great time that you showed up. Hoping that you'd be able to, maybe lend a hand. We haven't, in class, you haven't told us how to fix the giant surges yet. You've only, showed us how to make little ones.
That's very true. The principle is generally the same. What seems to be the problem? What is the corrupting factor, we shall say?
Oh, it's this. And I'll pull out the other one, the other phoenix feather in the vial, and I'll shake it up, and then it just disintegrates.
Damn it.
Yes, so they disintegrate in the in their vials, and he goes, "Oh my! Well, it seems that a few of the magical components have been all used up. We simply have to replace them."
And it was like this when I found it, I swear.
And there was also some homeless guy down here huffing fumes. Just so you know.
Some homeless guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, what did he do to you? He tried to spit,
He tried to,
necrotic energy at you or something?
He just tried to, take my brain and mush it from the inside, essentially.
So that's probably not great that he's here on campus.
Yeah, it looks like he's been probably buying drugs from Kairas upstairs and just has been sitting in darkness doing nothing but drugs for many years.
Yeah, he went up that way, and I'll point up to the growth of, plants and stuff that I spawned up there.
Professor, from my knowledge, I believe this was a Nothic. Just a sorry, sad wizard.
Well, see, now that is a very different thing from some homeless man. A Nothic is a completely natural creature. Sure, we don't want them living down here. They've got some nasty claws and a necrotic gaze. But that is not in and of itself problematic. I will definitely have the exterminator come.
You just call in an exterminator for these?
Or some proper adventurers.
You put a little bug bomb down here and it just, wait a second.
Proper adventurers?
Heyo.
We haven't had those in about a decade.
Does this mean we're not going to do well on the final test if the four of us couldn't even kill just a sorry wizard? Oh, goodness.
Well, did it kill you?
Inside, yes.
Picked me up with his brain and he shook me like a dog.
See, when I shot him, I had my gun turned sideways, so that must have scared him and he ran.
Picked me up with my powers and shook me like a dog.
Yeah. No, I guess we still got a chance, but yeah.
Thad, to your point, whether you scared him off or you successfully fought him off, that does mean that you're still alive, and therefore you are adventurers in the making, at least.
He also said something about following the pipes as he scurried away.
Professor Kane strokes his chin and goes, the pipes. The pipes.
He could have been talking about his magical energy huffing pipe, though.
Or yeah, very, very, very much so. Or there's all these, pipes and things that are sticking out of the surge. I didn't know if, part of... I know we talked about how there's just, some of the materials and magical components that might need to be replaced, but, I mean, maybe he might have known something about where the pipes might lead that could also be wrong.
I'm sure there's nothing to worry about there. Don't you worry at all.
So don't worry about following the pipes, is what you're telling us.
No, I mean, I will follow up on it. It is, if the Nothic was telling you the truth, then I'm sure there's something there, but don't worry yourselves too much more about it. Now that I'm here, I will take a look, and I will assess the problem.
Am I able to make some sort of insight check or anything to see if, essentially the Nothic tells us to follow the pipes, and then the professor comes out and tells us, probably nothing to worry about, to see if, he's maybe trying to hide or cover up anything that the pipes would lead to that he would know more about that we wouldn't know about?
Sure, you can make an insight check.
Oh man, I thought my insight was better than what it is. Oh, only rolled an 8. Only? Did I say only? I mean, I had a great roll of an 8. I think that, that should do it, right?
18.
I use my inspiration. No, not yet.
You think that the professor is taking your suggestion to heart and is actually thinking, okay, well, there could be something there, but he is clearly wanting to make his own assessment, considering that he is the professor. any sort of dismissal that you're hearing in his voice, you think it's just because, oh, well, let me go ahead and make a double check.
Okay, cool.
Dad would not even question it. Just like, okay, this crackhead told us one thing, and the professor comes down and is like, nah, he's probably full of shit.
Makes sense.
Like, I wouldn't even be like, okay, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Of course, while I'm making this assessment and trying to figure out what's what, perhaps you could go talk to Dean Doval. She can help you decide where to go get some new components. We do have some in the stock room, but since you clearly felt a little rubbed the wrong way because when I said that you weren't true adventurers, perhaps you can do a little extracurricular activities to improve your adventuring skills.
Wait a second. So let me just get this straight, Professor Fackham Kane. So you're the one who maintains this, magical surge that the school and this building are running on, and something goes wrong. So naturally, you would be the person to fix it. And you find us in the basement trying to fix it. Like, we kind of really don't know what's going on. We have an idea. You show up where you could do your job now, and now you're telling us to go seek out the dean to be able to help us to finish this job. Can't you either A, just tell us what needs to be done since we're down here right now and you are used to working on this, or B, just do your part, in fixing it, just because between all the classes and all the studying that we have to do on top of Pyrocross and everything else like that, I don't know how long this is going to take. Not trying to be disrespectful at all, but I just don't know why you're putting it in our hands to fix something that this entire building's running on. That's definitely way above anything that I've worked on before. And then if you look at the others around me, they're not how do I put this, like us.
You just see a blank grin and 1,000-yard stare from Thad.
Manny,
Fackham.
I can fix this. We have storerooms full of additional magical components where I could grab those and simply plug them back in and stabilize this entire surge.
Great.
However, we will need to resupply that stockpile. And since you seemed so interested in becoming true adventurers, I thought maybe I would offer you some extra credit, per se.
Extra credit.
Yes, extra credit. Or, perhaps a little tutoring. I see great promise in your group, especially if you took the initiative to come down here and check out the surge for yourself. So, I just thought that I might offer you the opportunity to go and seek out some new magical components. Now, Dean Doval is the person that tells us where to get the new stockpile components from. That is not my job. I fix it. I make it work. But if you don't want to take on that opportunity, then of course you can go back to your studies and you shall hear no more about it from me.
I don't know. I'm kind of swamped with my classes, and I pull out my class schedule that's 100% blank.
Well, have you not been, I know they said classes are optional and try to, fit in as much as you can. Have you not attended one class yet?
I'm not here to class. I'm here to Pyrocross.
He was elected to lead.
All right. No, fair enough. Okay. No, Professor. You got me with, saying we're promising and shit, so I guess, fuck.
You're cussing a lot at your teacher.
Talking back to your professor on the first day of class.
Yeah, it's, again, didn't mean any disrespect. I appreciate that you're giving me the opportunity to work on something real.
And your studies aren't real?
The studies are real, but actually to apply it to something that matters is what I find interesting. So I do appreciate the opportunity, Fackham.
And the success of this school doesn't matter to you?
No, it does. That's why I'm saying I appreciate this shit a lot.
Cussing a lot at your teacher.
It's been one of those days. Sorry, I just had somebody try to rot my brain from the inside out. It doesn't make me feel super great.
Welcome to school.
Yeah. No school shooters here, just people that run around trying to melt your brain. It's that much worse.
Gosh.
Well, there he goes, all sorts of backwards. Anyways, so yes, we'll go find the dean. Will the dean just be in her office, or do you know where she might be?
Yes. She would be in her office right now.
Sweet. All right, guys, let's go collect our things from the warehouse upstairs, and we'll go from there. And I guess I lead the way and start. I give the professor a little weird, awkward bow because I don't know what to do on my way out, and I walk up the stairs.
All right. Provided that everybody else follows suit, you guys walk up out of the furnace, leaving Professor Kane. You hear him start muttering to himself, like, this wasn't supposed to happen. That doesn't seem right. Nah. And then you hear, clinking of glass vials and him rummaging around near the metal canister. And those noises fade as you walk up out of the basement and you enter back into the main atrium of the Arcthanium, which is the library at the base of the Arcshine.
Is that your new official name, is the Arcthanium?
Well, the Arcthanium has been a name of the library since day one.
He just didn't tell us or have it written down.
What I'm asking is for my person knowledge. Is the Arcthanium the commissary?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
And you make your way upstairs through the Arcshine Tower towards Dean Doval's office. And as you enter her floor and you walk into the room, all four of you, you see Titus leaving the dean's office.
Little fucking cocksucker.
I'm sorry there, Manny. What was that you said?
I said,
This called you a cocksucker?
Thanks for that one.
A cocksucker, huh?
Yes, that's what I said.
All four of you are here in the dean's office? I'm sure that can't be good.
No, probably not. You're very observant.
I'm sure that you're all in detention now because your white alchemist there cheated in his artificing
White,
class.
hold on. First of all, it's fucking ivory. Don't ever call me white again.
That's pretty,
That's discrimination.
judgmental there. I'm assuming that's why you're in the dean's office, or you're blowing him to stay at the top of your class.
Not at all.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even with trying to blow the dean, he's still, number 2.
No, as it were, Dean Doval seems to take an interest in me and thinks that I have potential. And she has been my personal advisor and is very impressed with my progress.
You have potential, you say. That means you're not there yet.
Yeah, and progress means that you've started out at a low position to get to where you're at now.
Doggy's my guess.
But that's fine. You keep trying to use the dean to get some sort of advantage in class while we actually work on real world applications for the shit that we're learning in class. So step aside.
Real world applications? What? No, you're just here for detention.
Yeah,
you
you
got
say
us.
so.
You're very observant.
Yeah, because you know me, always causing trouble. That's what I do.
I thought it was jerking off.
Well, that doesn't get you detention anymore.
Not if you... Have you tried it in class?
Yeah.
Oh. Very progressive school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've come around.
You got employees high at work. You got crackheads living to the basement.
Why do you think there's so many less problems at this school? Anyways, Titus, scurry along.
No. I want to know, if you're not here for detention, then what could you possibly have that are, quote, real-world applications?
No.
Oh, we're fixing the Nunya.
The Nunya?
Is he carrying anything, in his hands?
Sure, he has a briefcase.
None of your business. I want to smack his briefcase out of his hands.
He gets all red in the face.
I put my trunk high in the air. I just let out a nice elephant toot.
Got him.
Titus gets all red in the face, and you can see him start to, ball his hands up into fists, and that's when the door to the dean's office opens, and she steps out and goes, "What is the meaning of all this?"
Well, you
I
know,
can explain.
hey, Dean Doval. Nothing. We were just coming to see you and talk to you about something that's going on. That Titus, because he's so smart, thinks is detention, but you know, there's no detention. So, but he's so smart, so let him think that. But yeah, we know we need to talk like now.
On what business?
No,
Professor.
Are you familiar with none yet?
I immediately like cut them off because this is like the dean of my school, so like I have respect for her.
Have you heard?
Oh shoot! I was just on a roll with that last joke.
No, we're on here a business sent by Professor Kane. He asked us to come see you.
Have you heard of the ambassador from Sugandhi's?
Oh, what? You haven't heard?
You haven't heard?
The school nurse sent us. Apparently, there's an outbreak of ligma.
I thought everyone would be aware that they've heard.
All right. Guys, no.
It's the word.
No.
Oh, I can't hold it anymore.
Is it bird?
Dean Doval says, all right, come on in. If Professor Kane sent you, then come on in. And she walks back into the room.
Bird is the
I'd like to think somehow I could use my trunk to flick people off. I'm not sure how I would do it, but like as I'm walking away, I'd like to like wrap my trunk like behind my back or like behind my head so that like as I'm walking in, only Titus can see it and I just flick him off with it somehow.
You successfully do that, and Titus, you can hear him just go, "Argh!" behind you.
Did he experience a life-changing event just now, or he just moans in the hallway for fun?
Well, we just got done explaining you're allowed to jerk off in school, so like he just finished that throughout this process
He's got mage hand going on under his robes.
the whole time. Yeah, he's a pervy little guy, and he's also number 2 in the class. So
All right, so you close the door behind you, and Dean Doval sits down behind her desk and says, what is it that Professor Kane wanted you to talk to me about? And right at that moment, the torches that have been lit everywhere, they've kind of been flickering as they were when you went down into the basement. They suddenly flare up nice and bright and then settle into a nice steady glow again. And Dean Doval says, does it have something to do with that?
yeah, precisely. I'd imagine so. So yeah, what had happened was the surge in the basement that runs all the magic within this building was depleted of some of the materials and had essentially gone out, and there was a big magical flare-up that made all of the books and everything in the commissary go haywire. We went to the basement. We were working on, trying to see what was wrong with the surge, and Professor Kane came down and ran into us, and he had sent us to you because he was going to work on fixing it with some of the materials and putting some of the components back into it, but he said that we could go to you to see how we can work about replenishing some of those materials, and he said he'd give us extra credit for working on it. So I guess we're coming to you to try to figure out, how do we go about replenishing and gathering some of the materials needed for the basement surge.
And also, there was a dude living down there huffing magical fumes, but apparently it's South Park Elementary, and that's a normal thing.
Yeah, precisely so, too. I think he also, I don't know if he wanted us to tell you to call the exterminator, or if you are the exterminator, or who the exterminator is.
There's a dude?
Yeah.
Tried to rot his brain from the inside out.
Yeah, one of those guys. He looks at you, your brain, he tries to rot it. Looks like he's drugged out, really just huffing magical fumes. Again, I think he is referred to as a Nothic, aka a failed sad wizard.
Oh, okay. A Nothic is completely different from some dude.
We don't care about that.
Will you
He's just
please
rotting
quit
people's
mistaking
brains
this?
out.
Regardless, there's some guy huffing magic in the basement. I don't care if it's a Nothic, I don't care if it's a regular guy. There's something wrong about that, and he needs to be taken care of.
Actually, I would not be the exterminator in that case. I shall be sure to let the Dean of Xenosage know, though.
Now, before you get that far, is there any chance we can, maybe take care of this for some more extra credit?
We're trying to bang the dean?
This is not usual, but I suppose if Professor Kane suggested it, then we could make that work.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Kane suggested replenishing the materials for extra credit. He didn't suggest exterminating the Nothic as extra credit.
No, I'm not sending you after the Nothic.
Oh, well, but if we happen to find the Nothic and, take care of him, maybe?
Well, now, I can't say that dealing with the Nothic would necessarily get you extra credit, since that is not what I was going to suggest. But I'm sure that could wind up being some very good practical experience in preparation for your final exam, if it were to happen.
Yeah, it's just we'll keep our eye out. If we do by happenstance encounter the Nothic, we might just take care of him ourselves. But anyways,
Extra credit.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're just trying to get through. We're trying to all pass our finals, and anyways.
Yes, so let me go ahead and ask all of you this, because what I'm about to suggest does have an inherent sense of risk, so...
Nope, I'm out.
Are you all on board with helping to replenish the magical stocks?
No.
Yes, we will do it, Milo. Listen, if we're gonna... Team meeting.
Absolutely not.
Team meeting. Shh.
Another week, another mid-roll. Here I am, Dungeon Master Paul, to tell you about all things Death Saving Bros. Our Patreon continues to fill with new content, so we encourage you, as always, to check it out at patreon.com/deathsavingbros. The bloopers, our weekly pre-recording conversations, and extra lore episodes are available starting at just $2 a month, so why not get more of what you love? Speaking of which, if you want Death Saving Bros merchandise, Redbubble.com is the place for all our official gear. Simply search Death Saving Bros and you'll see everything available. We're still working on new artwork, but graphic design comes a little less naturally to us than podcast editing, so stay tuned. And that's all for right now. I'm actually going to keep things simple and get you right back into the episode this week. But before I do, I want to take a moment to recognize those that support us financially and have made this show possible. Those who have joined our Patreon at the $5 tier get a shout out at the end of the show, but the following individuals have pledged to support us financially at the $10 tier or higher, so they get their supporter shout out right now. Ryan Cushman, Gene L. Jackson, and Gavin Knox. Thank you all for your support. Without further ado, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
We're gonna do this.
Team?
Yes. Unfortunately, when they wrote our names on a piece of paper, we became a team that day, so I need us all to do well. But put it this way, she's right. This would be actual good practical experience to practice for our final, where we may encounter these sort of risks. So this is actually a really good opportunity to set us ahead from the other teams out there.
We don't want to do this. Wall just wants to play Pyrocross.
Yes.
You're just trying to make a battery that can work.
That is true. Wall.
No one knows what Dixon's here doing.
This is true. Wall is here for strictly Pyrax, but how he does in the field, I mean, he still has to take the final like everybody else. And remember, people have died in the past taking the final, and I don't want that to happen to anybody on our team.
Well,
and
we can die doing the extra credit.
Yes, but it is
extra credit.
Extra credit for one. For two, good practice. Three, will help all of our grades here so that we can all, pass and really just try to do well in the finals so that we can not have anybody die.
Did you not read a textbook?
I've read all the textbooks.
Are you failing?
No, I'm doing well.
Why do we need the extra credit?
You guys might need it, but I want to do it for the real world experience so that when we take the final, we can be the best team out there.
I feel like we already have a pretty good set of morals here.
Exactly.
we're
This
doing
will
pretty
give us a
good.
chance. Wall's good at Pyrocross. He's a
maybe Pyrocross will be involved.
he's a big dude. I mean, he's
challenge the Nothic to Pyrocross.
he's called the Wall for a reason, and this would be.
We all shared a dormitory. I understand why he's called the Wall.
All I'm trying to say is yes, he is here to play sports, but he also needs to pass the final. You are here, not sure why, to talk a lot and be a major pain in my ass, but
I
you
don't
also
need to pass the final.
Yes, you do. Do
You
you,
don't
wanna,
know
Do
me.
you want to die?
No, I don't want to. That's why I don't want to do this.
Then finger my mouth.
What? What?
Do you want to die? Then just shut up and finger me.
I don't. What? I just walk away in heavy contemplation of what I was just told to me.
What I need you to do,
I don't know what I need to be done anymore.
I don't want you to die.
I'm just washing my hands in the
I want us to
corner.
do well, and I need to know that I can rely on you. This is a soft run at the final, and then
Soft run. You just told me to wash my hands.
Dixon, I'm not sure what you're here for either.
I don't know what I'm here for anymore.
Like, if all you wanted to do is harm yourself, I'm not sure why you came to school, but still.
Harm myself?
Yeah, Dixon, if you haven't noticed, spends a lot of time.
I don't want to harm myself. This guy scares me.
He wants to harm himself. You are not Dixon.
Well, no.
Exactly. You should be thankful that you're not, because
Wow. He's right here, man.
I know, but believe it or not, I don't know why he's here, but he may be the second smartest one in this group.
Just not saying a lot.
Like, Dixon, if you come help us, you might get harmed.
Yeah, there's
Milo,
risk.
you definitely won't get harmed. You'll be fine.
There is risk involved, Dixon. That means that there may be sharp objects around. And
And with that, you see my ass cheeks clench.
so this is why there's incentive for all of us to do this. So we're gonna do this.
I have still failed to see incentive for me.
Incentive? Why? Let me ask you this: why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you here?
I don't even know. I was in the same room with you, and now everyone needed to go downstairs, and we were told to go downstairs,
No,
and now
bigger picture. Why are you
there's
here?
a weird guy down here.
Bigger picture. Why are you at school in general?
What do you mean? This is where I'm supposed to be.
Who said? Like
Toby said.
Okay.
Why does Toby want to be here?
Yeah. Why did Toby think you needed to be here? What did Toby see in the long run for you?
Well, I mean, I wasn't asking too many questions about it.
Okay. So if you're just taking things at face value here, what if I just tell you need to do this? You're part of this team, and if your
I
team's
don't-
doing it, you have to have our back.
Why do I need to do this?
Because if we all do it, you're a part of this team.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Well, you're
You saw
going.
Titus. He's not doing it. And you see where he's at.
You're going to the wall. You're going to be doing this.
What?
You're all in.
He's like, what's going on?
wait, what did I say?
He's like, I just thought we were convincing somebody of something.
The wall's all about the teamwork.
Well, if the wall's all about the teamwork.
You got a thing for the wall?
What? No. What? What kind of thing?
The wall.
Anyway, everybody, just shut up. Listen, we're gonna do this just because we're going to. Okay.
Well, okay. If the wall's doing this.
There's enough incentive, and Wall, I'm not gonna forget the fact that I think that you said that cool kids are doing it, and maybe that means I'm cool, but I appreciate you having my back over here.
I mean, I'm doing it. Is what I meant.
Thanks, Wall. I knew I could count on you.
And also, you're here.
I thought I could count on you to, give me a glimpse of hope and then crush me down. But
Wait, there's no hope?
no, like hope.
Why
that
are we
I'm-
doing this?
Hope that I'm cool.
I mean, he doesn't have hope, but you do.
Oh, I'm
There's a
doing
chance
this.
for you.
I'm all in this.
There's none for him.
Take that.
All right.
I have hope.
Anyways.
There's also a pretty good chance you might die.
Well, I'm out.
No. Oh my God, Dixon. Really?
I'm being honest with him.
Why are you being honest? Are you an honest person?
Is school not being honest to us?
No,
Why are we even doing this mission? What if they're not being honest to us?
I just like
Listen.
seeing him squirm.
You guys make me.
Want to kill yourself?
Do you know a guy? Anyways.
Is that legal at this school too? It's not frowned upon.
No, they were cool about that.
Where is the line?
Since you guys have not been very quiet about all this, let me put it into perspective. The final exam is dangerous.
Well, I'm out.
However, since Professor Kane sees the opportunity for you to go learn some additional skills out in the field by replenishing the magical stock,
Extra credit.
you could prepare yourselves so that when the final exam does come, it is not as dangerous for you. You will already be prepared. And I won't send you to go track down a dragon. I'll send you after something small.
Thank you. That's
Like an
exactly
ogre.
Like a Nothic.
that's exactly what I've been trying to explain to these people. Thanks,
What do you
Dean
mean?
Tobel.
These
I'm still
people?
out.
How's Chromathar?
I will also say that anything that you encounter when you go and collect some magical stock from them, some magical components, you can also keep some of those to build your own surges.
Wait, this creature is magical, you say?
Well, remember when we had to go fight?
Hold on, I'm talking to the teacher.
It's the dean.
Ooh. Well,
You can't say that. She's the teacher.
Because the big
As
fat,
if I look like this.
because the big fat meanie said so.
So, Milo, what's your question?
Is this optional?
This is optional.
Then why?
'Cause I
So,
like-
Milo.
What?
Do you want to get to take extra stuff?
I like stuff.
There's going to be a lot of stuff.
Will there be things?
There'll be things too.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff. And
And Dean, you said this is magical things and stuff.
Yes. And you'll also be outside, which I believe you, as a druid, and your companion Toby would both enjoy.
Oh Lord, I haven't seen the sunshine in three damn days. How was we on point with that? That was out of left field, and you followed me.
and I'm making direct eye contact with you when we both say 3 damn
I
days.
threw your picture away. But either way, I have to risk my life.
Milo, let me put it to you this
For-
way.
Magical things and stuff, yes.
Either way, I have to risk my life, Dean.
If you stay here, you can help me practice blood magic.
I can, or I can leave and be free of this.
Or you can go with us, and we won't have time to practice blood magic.
Oh, we won't have time to do blood magic. It does scare the living out of me. All right. Okay.
And specifically for someone your size, that is most of your blood needed.
What do you mean, you people?
I said for someone your size. He said you people.
What?
Hey, all you people.
Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me?
He's gonna need your blood. Not a little bit of blood, he needs all of your blood for magic. Anyways, thank you, Dixon.
For
Thank
what?
you. For scaring him.
Oh,
Again.
I wasn't scaring him. That was the truth.
I'll tell you what, Dixon, I'll go with you. If you can bake me another one of those cakes.
I give him a look of shut the hell up or I will kill you in your sleep.
But also a head nod?
A very subtle, quick one.
I'm in. 100% in. No going back. Everyone's going to be confused by how quick I turned my judgment.
Should the wall and I roll to see if we saw anything happen there?
I need this cake.
If you want to.
And we get sweaters with love in every stitch.
Yeah, because Mr. Truthman over here with all the secrets seems to have truths to tell people. All right, what kind of roll are we doing? Perception?
Yes.
17.
Not good enough.
8.
You, my friend, are
So
about
I-
as perceptive as a wall.
I just have the blank, like, glassy-eyed smile.
Is anything happening? No.
The whole time there's been conversation going around and multiple people have been switching who's talking. He just has been looking straight the whole time. Like he hasn't been turning his head to follow along with it or anything. He's just been staring straight.
Start at the wall.
Dixon, why don't you go ahead and roll a stealth check?
What's that?
Dexterity.
Oh shit, 19. Suck my ass. Fuck yes.
Your nod remains imperceptible to anybody except for Milo.
All right, cool. So, Dean, it sounds like we're all on board for this.
I'm glad to hear that. Well then, I would recommend that if you were to gather some magical components to help refill the surge, we're going to need to get as much bang for our buck as we can, I suppose. Let me do a quick research through my files. And she pulls out a giant vellum binder and starts flipping through pages.
We need at least 2 phoenix feathers. Lord knows how we're going to find 2 phoenix eye.
Is that the plural of phoenix? Or is it phoenix?
I think it's just phoenix. Like with sheep.
Shep.
Shep. I thought it was sheeps.
I know.
I'm also not a herder of the sheeps.
Sheeps.
A sheep's herder.
The sheep's herder.
The shapeshifter.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is sheep. Sheep and also sheep.
Or
Shope.
moose.
It's meese. 110%.
Or fish.
Shoop and sheep.
Fishes.
Deer.
Fishies, yeah.
Deers.
And as you guys are muttering, she finally stops and says, "Ah, yes. There is a griffin nest just to the east of the Arcshine."
What the hell's a griffin?
Oh, come now, you know what a griffin is.
Moose, meese, goose, geese, sheep, deer. We need a griffin feather. What the fuck's a griffin?
Griffins.
But if you were to collect some feathers from a live griffin, then we could use those to help restock the Surge magical component stockpile. And I believe that that is certainly within your capabilities to capture a griffin.
Yeah, how many are in the nursery?
Well, it's not on campus grounds, it's outside of the grounds.
You gonna murk a fucking baby?
Yeah, the nursery's
Oh.
outside the grounds. How else would we have the free stables to go and train with them? How many griffins do we have on site?
Was there a door to these griffins?
What?
Some call it the griffin door.
Damn you, and what the fuck are you talking about, Milo?
You don't know?
What?
You haven't heard?
You haven't heard? There's a certain avian variety.
That goes by a certain word.
Are there griffins on campus? Like,
I thought we had them in the stables.
No, those are birds.
what stables?
Oh God, he said it. God, please no.
What? Are you afraid of birds?
Just that word.
Bird? Bird. Bird is the word?
Oh God, stop.
I guess, is there truth to what Milo's saying, Dean? Are there stables full of griffin on campus?
Oh, he didn't say.
No, you must leave campus and go to the nest and find wild griffins and take their feathers.
Now, question. You said off of a live griffin, and you also said to capture the griffin is in our capabilities, so it has to be alive?
Yes.
When did they say capture? I didn't hear that part.
Wait, so do you want us to bring you back a
The
griffin? Or do you want us to hold down a griffin while we rip its feathers out and come back with those?
Come back with feathers.
Now, for
And not the griffin.
I guess not
So
the griffin.
what if you rip the feathers out while it's alive and then it dies afterwards for completely unrelated reasons?
That would be fine. It would retain its magical properties.
For educational purposes, is that why it needs to be alive? Is because of the, like, it's magical because the bird is alive? But if the bird were dead, would it not be magical anymore?
Correct.
What if they were feathers that just fell out?
Yeah, like if we just find a nest and there's just a ton of feathers in the bottom, like,
Also fine.
I mean, okay, we'll just get some feathers for you.
Easy.
All right. And she draws a quick sketch of where the last griffin nest was located. And she says, "As you know, your class schedule is very flexible, and I don't believe that there is a Pyrocross game for another few weeks at least. So take this at your leisure, and good luck."
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get it, and we'll still be back in time for practice. because there's not a game for a few weeks, but by golly, are we practicing like crazy.
Yeah, it's bulking season.
Very well, good luck. And then she walks you to the door, opens the door, and gestures for you to leave.
All right. I guess I pull out my compass and I just head due east and I don't stop.
You hit a wall.
Damn. I run into you. Move your feet. Sad. But no, you said she gave us a little mappy?
Yes.
A mappy?
A little mappy that explains where it's at.
Little mappy wappy.
Wait, who takes the map from him?
I definitely do.
Okay.
The mappy.
The mapper
I wanna
takes the
copy
mappy.
It would be maps. Is the pro of map. You're welcome. Map high, if you will.
A map eye.
A man
Meeps.
pie.
So yeah, I guess,
Meeps.
did anybody else have anything that we wanted or needed to do before we adventure out? I mean, what time of day is it? Like, is it like we should be heading to bed soon and then head out first thing in the morning?
It is starting to reach the end of the day. Between your classes, the Pyrocross training, and dealing with the surge in the basement, you've reached mid-afternoon.
It was all one day. Jesus.
Gotcha. And by like the
Christ.
looks of the map, is this like I don't know, is it like within like a couple hour trip to the nest and then back, or is it like it's gonna be like a day to get to the, like, I guess, how far off campus?
It would probably be a day out and a day back.
Let me take a look at the map, I can tell you.
It's okay. I have the legend and the key on here.
Oh, you have a legend and a key.
And it says, it literally has written out 1 day here, 1 day back.
But I mean, I guess we could head out now, get part of the way there, and then get the rest of the way, do the thing, and head back most of the way. And then the day after that, get back here.
What the
And that way,
fuck are you talking about?
that overachiever here wouldn't have to miss more classes than necessary, because I want my team to succeed.
Look, I think it's okay if we miss classes, and I like choke as I say it. So classes. But we do have tryouts are ending this week, and like the first day of actual real practice is in just a few days, and we'll need to be back for that. So I'm fine missing the classes because this is like so much cooler than bookwork to actually get to do it, but we should try to be back for the first practice. So
Let's go!
yeah.
As you guys are standing in the hallway talking, Dean Doval sticks her head back out the door and says, "Oh, and you may want to stop by the whack to supply up before you leave."
The what?
How about you whack off, Dean?
These clubs have some crazy names these days. The
The
whack.
wash.
It's the whack here.
The whack.
We're going to the whack.
Yes, the warehouse of the Arcshine commissary.
Oh, the walk.
All right, you invertebrate. Somebody teach you how to do the whack.
I can't understand your accent all the time, Dean. I thought you said whack. I mean, you meant walk.
The walk. Walk.
Oh, I thought it stood for wet ass.
Coochie.
I don't know if I'm disappointed in the fact that you just immediately went there, or I'm proud of you, the fact that you're like, yes, this is a word that has to come out of my mouth right now.
Sprung into action for Coochie. So yeah, we should definitely go whack off and watch me whack off. Anyway, let's go to the whack. Let's get our shit. If anybody needs to, get a quick whack in there too, just do it while we're walking. It's allowed here.
Whack while you walk?
Yeah, whacking and walking.
Whack at the whack.
I'm whacking here!
Are we whacking here or are we walking here?
Anyways, yeah, because we need some like adventuring gear and shit. And if anybody needs to stop back by like our dorm rooms first too to grab anything, we can do that as well.
Absolutely, I do.
We'll hit
If
the
you're
road.
trying to cross the road, it's a cross whack. Hey, if we get hit by a carriage, do we get free tuition?
No, because there's no tuition costs here.
You tell me the whack is free?
No, you go to the whack and they whack it and pack it and give you the gear that you need.
You just gotta swipe into the whackateria.
Oh no. Whack-a-t. Do they have whack-it-ball courts? I'm sorry. I didn't really think about that.
There's
before I
Pyrocross
said
and there's Whack-It-Ball.
Extracurricular whack-it weaving.
Basket weave.
Underwater whack-it weaving. Oh.
Well, then I suppose we will pick up next time with you guys supplying up at the whack.
Oh,
I thought you were
like,
laughing.
I thought you chuckled to yourself, but you just sneezed.
He just
God.
couldn't hold it in.
Well, bless you, fucker.
He's like, the whack. I'm a genius.
Stop.
So next time on the Death Saving Bros podcast, we will visit the whack again. But until then, if you enjoyed what you heard and you can't wait to hear more, head on over to patreon.com/deathsavingbros for more content, including bloopers, conversational recaps, and extra episodes. If you would like to keep in touch with us in the meantime, you can hit us up on social media at Death Saving Bros on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit. I am personally available at HB Camper.
You can find me at benfro15.
You can find me at ima_b_rad.
Oh, I was debating if I wanted to tell people to fuck off or not. I mean, I guess you could fuck off
Do both, yeah.
and follow us on the Reddit.
You say it with a question mark every week.
Well,
You
yeah, I
want to
mean,
whack off on Reddit?
you could whack off to Reddit. There's a lot of stuff to whack off to. Look up Rule 43. I dare
Keep your
you.
balls blue and your dice warm, and we'll see you next time on Death Saving Bros podcast.
Well, Matt still needs to tell people
He's
that he's fat.
He's on the PlayStation Network at FATT-Smith.
Fat
Well, fuck me.
fat balls.
He's not going to play anything with it. He's just
Fat
going to be
blue
on
balls.
there.
Hell no, fuck you.
Is anybody in their homes, in their cars, whacking it, wherever you may be,
Wherever you may be packing it.
wherever you may be whacking, in your cars at home.
Listen to the smooth
If you're whacking to
tone.
this podcast, make sure you send those pictures to
Oh, my.
Paul Camper.
Make sure you send it to ima_b_rad.
There will be Patreon content available.
Of what?
Depends on how many people subscribe to watch us whack it.
Oh, no.
No.
It's just going to be straight butthole pictures.
Before we get any further into that conversation, to all those of you who are listening in your cars, in your homes, or wherever you may be, keep saving those death throws, and we'll see you on the next one. This episode was made possible by our patrons. The following individuals have pledged at the $5 tier. Tad Corsi. Thank you for your support. Some of the sounds and background music in this production are copyright material. The songs, Something Amiss, and The Specialist are copyright Will Savino and the Music D20 Project. These tracks are used with permission, all rights reserved. The song Thinking Music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License 4.0, and sourced from filmmusic.io.